Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Self-FULLness MATters, where we take self-care out of the box to discuss the many ways to wellness. I am Coach Robin Renee, proprietress of Alpha to Omega Holistic Therapeutic Services, a wellness lifestyle brand where my mission is to educate on natural care for mind, body, and soul, encourage mindful movement, and empower you to be well. And today we have all my guests be special. Y'all know that. So we have a special guest, and you already know. I ain't disclosing nothing about my guests. They don't want you to know, so I'll let them introduce themselves. So here we go.
Hey everybody, my name is Shadiya Ewing. I'm a flexibility trainer. For the past 4 years I've been training. 3 of those 4 years have been with my company Safi Holisticare, which doubles as an activewear brand and assisted stretching company. I also resonate with the holistic health scene. So my motto is pure mind, pure body, pure soul. And that's actually what Safi means. Safi translates to pure in Swahili. And yeah, I offer concierge service around Chicago area, and then I'm also based in the north suburbs.
Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? That means she be getting around. Make sure she gonna take care of you and get them kinks and creaks and cracks and stuff about it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. She helps the people out. But we were talking about aging, like, as we age, and the question that I asked you, like, what are the things that you see are prevalent with your clients when they come to you as they age? And so can you expound on that?
Yes, so majority of my clients are actually working age. So from, let's say, even 22 to 60, right before that retirement age, I'm seeing a lot of people who are working at desks, they're working from home, especially after COVID. It's a lot of people standing for majority of the day, so it's a lot of repetitive movements. And throughout this, your body is forming around what you do every day. So if you sit all day, your hamstrings are gonna be tight, hips are gonna be tight, lower back, shoulders, and it's a trend that I'm seeing with so many different people having the same mechanics when they're working.
Mm-hmm. So when they come to you and they have those issues that are going on, do they come back to get more, or do they stay away and then come back when it gets worse again?
It really, I'm not gonna lie, it depends on the population. So
Okay.
you got people who are already incorporating different health aspects into their life. So you got people that's like, I want to feel good, and then I'm gonna come back when I feel bad again. But when you're good on maintenance and you know that what you're doing is proactive. So if I'm standing 6 days out the week and I'm stretching one, that's not gonna work to last you over 6 more months until you feel pain again. So if you are keeping up with it weekly, or it just depends on your mechanics. Some people have injuries. I have people with hip replacements, knee replacements. So it just depends on your specific body and what you need out of the stretching.
Let me translate that for you. Quit playing. Get a regular schedule of when you're gonna go and get your maintenance, because if you know you're not gonna get up and do your stretching on your own, pay a professional, because we always be trying to bootleg stuff. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're like, I'm gonna get on the YouTubes, right? It's not the same as having someone who can take you a little bit further. It's just like if you're, in a training program, trying to run a marathon, you want to get into a competition. We need those things. We need those professionals that are outside of what we would do, because the average person is just not going to do that. Whether it's a lack of motivation or a lack of time, or the major thing that we find ourselves doing is we just don't make ourselves a priority. And so you have to make yourself a priority. And then you live in America. I'm just saying, you already know. You need to put yourself up there. You need to make sure that your health is really your wealth. And don't just say it. It's not just a catchphrase, for you to be able to say something that sounds cool. It really is your wealth. And especially if you have to get out and try and figure out how to survive, what if they tell us we got to move to the jungle? What you gonna do? I'm just saying.
And then to add to that, it's not only having a professional stretch, it's just, if you're laying down, you're not actually, okay, so if you're stretching yourself, you're not getting the correct angles and everything. You're forcing yourself sometimes. You're doing it incorrectly. You don't know all the just the anatomy of the body. The average person does not know. So, if you try to stretch your hamstrings, but you don't know that your hamstring got 3 different heads to it, you're not going to get the full effect of the stretch.
Correct.
When you're laying down on the table, you're relaxed, and my service is combined with aromatherapy and music too. So it allows you to really have the time to relax. You're not fully relaxed 9 times out of 10 if you're stretching yourself. If because you're trying to force yourself to get to that stretch. When you're relaxed, you're able to calm down, then I can get you to where you need to be and guide you through the breathing as well.
Now you just reminded me of something. You done said something right there, girl, but look, this is what you reminded me of. You know how when people exercise and they hurry up and do this, and then they stretch? Tell them.
No. My sessions start at 30 minutes. So the 10-minute quick after you work out, it's not going to work.
Yeah, and another thing, people think you should stretch before you exercise. That's not a good thing. So you need to warm those muscles up. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's two different types of stretching. You got static and you got dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So dynamic is something that you want to do before you work out. I always like to compare a football player and a ballerina. They're not going to warm up the same way. So if you're about to do football, you're about to run, you're about to have quick reactions to your movement, you need to be doing dynamic stretching, which is it's a form of movement while you're stretching, and it's warming up the joints, which is another thing. A lot of people have wear and tear on their joints, but that's another talk. So when it comes to static stretching, that's something that you're holding longer. So if you think of a ballerina, she needs to be able to stretch up her leg and hold it towards her head and do splits. So you can't really do that if you're doing a quick 1-2 stretch. People are like, I wanted to get my splits. And they want to come and do one stretch and like, I haven't got it yet. Well, it's time.
That would be me.
It's a commitment.
Look, splits have been on my list. I just keep moving it. Y'all, you know how you be making those resolutions. I don't even make them on January 1st because my birthday is my new year. So I don't be, tripping on January 1st. But April 14th, I'm like, I'm going to get my splits this year. That's been going on like over 10 years. I'm going to get it together though. Watch. When I'm 60, that's our audience. When I'm 60 and I bust out with my split, then, yeah, laugh at that. Don't laugh now. Yeah, but that is some good stuff too. Oh, and I also want to say, in regards to Pilates. So, I'm a Pilates teacher for those of you all who don't know. I am a Pilates teacher. And what Shadiya is talking about is with the stretching that she does, the assisted stretch is different than guided stretching. So Pilates is the guided stretching because I'm not putting you in those positions. I'm cueing you to put yourself in those positions. So if you can imagine if someone can take you a little bit further in those positions, that's going to make that stretch, chef's kiss, it's going to make it even more effective in your body. Okay. Audience, y'all got any questions right now? No questions? I wish y'all could see them. I wish they're supposed to be in chairs, but they are chilling. They are laying down. So if you have to give, it's kind of hard, but if you had to give one piece of advice about flexibility and aging, what would that be? I know it's hard. I know it's a hard question, but if you can just give one.
Just one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I would say hit all the major groups daily. So that's the neck. That's going to be your shoulders, your quads, your hamstrings. Because if you're not doing a deep, thorough stretch of all your muscles, hit those major groups every single day because you are using them. You're walking, you're sitting, you're standing, you're going up and down the stairs, you're carrying babies. People don't realize how many different things impact you, especially for women. When it's something that I especially notice with melanated women is that we carry big purses.
Yes.
We walk around and we
rewind it. This live, so rewind it. Go ahead.
We carry big purses. We got a lot of different things going on. We got kids we got to carry. Not me personally, but we walk around like this. You got your shoulders and your back is also impacted by that. And we also like to do that little stance. You know the one when you waiting on something, you waiting on your order for too long. And like, yeah. So you stick that hip out and the back is, yeah. So all of the mechanics that we have on a day-to-day basis are literally showing up. Like I see people that work in office for 30, 40 years and this side of their neck might be a little tighter, even the way that you sleep. So it's everything that you do, you're using a muscle. And I like to compare it to a baby. If you think of a baby, they can't sit up on their own until they learn how to use their back muscles. You have so many different back muscles to use, but just if you compare yourself to a baby, you're using muscles with whatever you do.
But you can learn a lot from babies when you look at them, even with their breathing. I don't know how many moms are out there, but you remember you put your fingers like, the baby breathing. But when you look at how deep babies breathe, that's how we should be breathing. But we have gotten so caught up in society. Now we're in the U.S., so I don't know where you guys are tuning in from, but we're in the U.S. and America's just in a hurry all the time. I don't know why we so much in a hurry. People drive fast, they walk fast, they run fast like me, they talk fast, they eat fast. Yeah, America's just in this hurry, and so we don't give ourselves an opportunity to live in our bodies. Like we really don't enjoy what it feels like to live in our bodies, and so we end up being so tense. And so what we just did with our this is our studio audience. I'm looking over there. They're supposed to be right here, but they're over there. Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. They are. Yes, they are. They are. So we just did a deep breathing exercise. We did the box breathing, which is a controlled breathing method. We did that, and then we did some spinal work. So to tap on what you're talking about in the back. Not only do you have those muscles in your back, but your spine has a big responsibility, and I think we just take that for granted. I'm saying we because it's all of us. We take it for granted the amount of work that our spine has to do, but we don't give our spine the kind of care that it needs. So if you're thinking about gravity, so you know, depending on how old you are, gravity can touch you in some other ways other than your spine, but yeah, we're gonna come back to the spine. But anyway, so your spine, so you have all these vertebrae in your spine. So you got this column. And think about it being compact because gravity is pulling it down. Some people you may know about inversion, and if you don't know what inversion is, it's basically going upside down. So there are inversion tables, and for all my pole fitness sisters, you can do some pole fitness. You can do some, you can do like a fold over, a bend fold over, but it's not the same as decompressing your spine as it would be if your feet were elevated as well. You can do the hanging off of the bed, but there are different things that you need to do. You go see your chiropractor. Not be taking all them pills. So I'm just saying, if your back is hurting, sometimes it's just tight. It's just compacted, and you can do some nice stretching. You can do some inversion therapy. What's the name of the chair? Because I got one. Feet up. That little chair that you put your head in, like so you don't get on your neck. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, you got to feet up. You don't have to go buy it. This ain't no advertising it for them, but I'm just saying. But you know, it's the little stool. It looks like a stool, and you put your head in it so that you don't compact your spine from being on your neck. Now, if you know how to do headstands or handstands, those are also effective for decompressing your spine. But you want to take that like what's the name of the toys, y'all? You know, yeah, not the accordion. You know the straw that you have that compacts and you pull it out. You know what I'm talking about? The straw. That's what you do. So think of your spine being like that. If it's already compacted down, you want to pull each one of those vertebrae apart so that you can start getting into that cushioning. You want to lubricate them joints. You want to lubricate them joints, you know, in your spine. Your spine has 4 ways that it can move. Some people are a little bit more flexible and they be doing extra stuff. I ain't talking about y'all. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. But, you know, you can fold forward, right? You can go from side to side. You can extend back, right? So those are things that you can do with your spine to learn how to stretch your spine on your own. But again, assisted stretch therapy and seeing a chiropractor. And for people who don't believe in chiropractors, I don't know what to say. I'm just saying. Go see your chiropractor. I mean, you'll be amazed. You'll be amazed. And some of them be real little. But when they do that stuff and they get on there and they start twisting you like a she look like her, right? The assisted stretching. So audience, you all have any questions? My audience going to sleep. Okay, yes ma'am.
How often should we go get assisted therapy?
So, like I was saying before, it kind of depends on what you're looking for out of the stretch. So some people just want to get rid of lower back pain. Some people have sciatic pains. You might have an injury that you're healing from. So it kind of depends. And I like to do my initial stretch as a consultation. I'll give a full body session and see how your body is moving actually, because it just depends on you, how you feeling. And then sometimes it may be once a week, sometimes it may be twice a week. You know, I have different sessions, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. It depends on the body. Something that you touched on earlier was the mental aspect of stretching. And this is why I call my service sensational stretching. Like I said, it is multi-sensory, meaning that it's appealing to the nasal senses, your aromatherapy, just the physical body. So when people get stretches, it's not just about the physical body. It's about being able to reconnect and be able to control your body as well. So some people come in, they have anxiety. I've had people come to me with those type of mental conditions where they're not able to rest. And when you're not able to rest and you're constantly in that fight or flight mode, your body tenses up. Now this is something we especially see in the north, like Chicago and New York. We got attitudes because it's cold.
Mhm.
We have a different temperament just because of the temperature.
Yeah.
So our bodies tense up too. And with me, especially because I have scoliosis, my back has to work harder when it's cold. My muscles are shivering and it's working back. It's working harder. So going back to the mental aspect, when people have anxiety and they're moving in this state of fight or flight, their body tenses up easily. So you're not able to relax as much as you can. Your body is working harder than it needs to, even just to sit or to lay down.
That is true. And I want to add, can I answer that real quick? Okay, so I want to add to that. So you got the fight, flight, and freeze. And also with the anxiety portion of it, those women of a certain age who be up all night, sweating all night. I'm just saying, but seriously though, that puts your body, so that puts your body in that fight, flight, or freeze mode. So one night you may be in flight, right? One night you may be in freeze. One night you may be in fight. But what's happening on all them nights is that cortisol is like, let me come and hang out around your waistline. Let us get this party going on. Cause your menopause, I had an experience, y'all. Oh my God. With the menopause belly, listen. She was not there 30 minutes before I took a picture. I had to call my friend, like, friend, she took the picture. I'm for real. They here. My people here. They for real. Like, I hadn't had that experience before. And then the other friend said, girl, she very disrespectful. Yeah, very disrespectful. But seriously, though. So you got the fight, the flight, or the freeze. And cortisol, when you're in those modes in your mind with the mental aspect of cortisol is like, well, since you don't know what to do, let me come over here and do something, right? And then cortisol sits there. What'd you say?
Listen, let me help you out.
Let me help you out. Yeah. So cortisol. Okay, I'm gonna say this and I'll come back. Learn how to shrink your waistline by saying no. Tell the people, if I say, yeah, my waistline gonna get bigger. I'm just saying, because cortisol loves you saying yes. When you say yes and you stress, cortisol is like, okay, come on, man, go up another. Do people still wear belts? They wear belts, they don't wear belts. We in elastic, they don't wear belts. Okay, yeah, I'm just saying. Just saying. Like, I miss elastic. But no, seriously, cortisol, it comes to show up, but it can be a protector because that's a part of that fight, flight, or freeze system. But when it's too much, your body, that's where the freeze part comes from. Because cortisol's like, yeah, I came here to help you out, but seems like you don't have a job for me. So I'm just gonna sit here. And so that's what happens, excuse me. That's what happens when the cortisol sits around your waist. Okay, go ahead. Go, Sharon.
No, I just wanted to put my name up there.
Oh my God, this is
wanted
live.
The example that Shadiya gave, as it relates to, carrying the big purse. I carry a big purse and have for so many years, and I did not know where this pain was coming from. So then when I finally went to my primary care and he told me what it was, I'm so smart, I just started carrying it on a different arm.
So you're gonna ruin the
I
other
showed
arm.
me. Yeah,
She balanced it.
Right.
Yeah, so now I'm hurting everywhere or whatever. But lesson learned. Lesson learned.
Oh my God.
They wouldn't
Balance
know
the
this
hurt.
was me if you wouldn't have said my name. But you didn't say my name. So.
That was somebody else. They don't
Put
know.
that Louis down.
Oh, yeah. So they got. Oh yeah. So that's the other thing too. So can we just say that? No, but seriously, that you made a good point. When you're buying these designer bags, some of us have gotten to a certain level where we want to treat ourselves. So it's not like you're trying to flex on anybody, but sometimes you're like, okay, I've worked hard and I want to reward myself. But what happened?
Coach Sharon always be trying to flex.
But anyway, so when you get your designer bags, why would you buy the bag and leave it at home in the closet, right? So that's what you mean. Like I'm about to show everybody this bag. You know how we used to have them outfits? Do people still get new 4th of July outfits? I'm just saying, you get your holiday outfits.
Nobody says outfits anymore.
What they call it?
Don't do
They
her
just say
on her
fit.
shoulders.
They
The
just say
fit.
fit. They just say fit.
Fit.
Yeah.
When you get your new fit? I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
like that. You sound like the kids.
Okay. When you get your new fit, you want to flex on them. Is that right? Did I say that right?
Indeed.
And you can't go to just one place. You be at like 4 different parties.
Nah, they be saying
Right.
you want to come trim.
Come trim?
Yeah, you get a new fit. You try to come trim to a party. Trim, they like you look good.
All right. No, I'm good. I'm learning. So when I get a new fit, I'm gonna come trim.
Yes.
All the old people get it. The old
together.
Yeah, but seriously though, so we get we get these bags and he's like, well, I'm gonna wear my bag and I'm gonna, show it to everybody that I can show it to. But just like you said, the point that you made, no, I'm just saying the point that you made is we're on one end doing something that we think is rewarding, or satisfying to us, but then we're doing damage, to our body.
And it's not even that it's wrong to carry, but it's just about balancing, and that's what I want to stress. Is you can do whatever you want to do with your body, you just have to balance it the other way. So you gotta stretch. If you strengthen it, thinking about the bodybuilders, they walk around like this, but they can't touch their toes.
Baby, I know.
The same way.
Yes.
You have to do both.
Yes.
But my point was, people out there in like
YouTube, we on
Internet
YouTube.
land.
My point was, I like big purses, and with a bigger purse, you can just keep putting stuff in it,
Okay,
and so it
yeah.
just gets.
But do you really need the stuff?
What's in your bag?
In your mind, you think you need it,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it's just like I just throw this in my purse. So I got, right now, it's probably like 4 wallets in my purse,
Wow.
because they all have different things in it, but because it's,
It's a mental issue.
Okay. This
So
is
that
sitting
look,
on
we got a
track.
mental health expert over there. She
Get
said that's
on
a
track.
mental issue.
That's
She
a
says
common
a-
issue though in a melanin rich woman.
Yeah,
world.
that's a survival
'Cause that
mode
sound like
thing,
my
because you
mama
think
too,
that you
like,
need
so
everything.
Oh,
That is-
wow.
That is
But-
something.
It's
Maybe
the
she
melanin
could be the
woman
next
show.
guest. Coach Sharon could be the next guest.
Okay, so it's our mental health
What's
professional
in her
chiming
bag?
in. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say with the bags and the heaviness of the bags and the shoes and the heels and things of that sort, that all affects our spine. though.
Yeah.
It
So
does.
we looking cute, but you're messing up your spine when you get your big Louis or whatever. And
Yeah,
you messing up your spine though.
And what they tell women, they whole life, they've been telling y'all whole life beauty costs or it costs what
Pretty
is
hurt.
Yeah, pretty
beauty-
hurts.
And it don't, cause
No.
y'all could be naturally pretty and it don't gotta hurt. Y'all,
You right.
Come on now.
Say that for the people on your back.
I want to be pretty and feel good.
Yeah.
I want to be hurt.
Yeah, that is true. That
I
is
ain't
true.
gonna lie. I did have my stilettos on yesterday and this morning at
everybody knows
church.
what
Look, she's still walking in and look. You see it?
The cup. Movie.
I guess
Oh
you
my
show
God.
up.
Yeah, but we do have to take that. Yeah, we have to take that into consideration with whatever it is that we're doing.
Right.
And like you said, just do it. Pace yourself, right?
Right.
So I mean, unless it's a part of your job, where you have to wear stilettos all the time. I ain't saying that about nobody. I'm just saying, if you have to wear stilettos for work all the time, I'm just saying you might have to. You may have to figure out a way. Get some platforms. I'm just saying, it's part of your job. I'm just saying. Get some platforms. But seriously though, you want to be mindful of that. And if you talk to the average podiatrist, they will tell you that women's shoes are the worst shoes that have been made. At least in America. I don't know where you are, in your other parts of the world. But American women's shoes are like the worst. The worst,
I
man.
believe
Yeah. And then, well, can we say this? No, I'm not calling out no designer, but why would you spend all that money on some shoes you only could wear like 10 minutes?
Right.
Because them shoes don't be looking comfortable. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
The red
Yeah.
bottoms.
I ain't say that.
I did.
They already know who you are.
I didn't say that. Yes, I didn't say
They know
that.
who I am.
But we want to be mindful. Oh, wait.
She crazy.
What's
What's
our
your
time?
name? I'm just
What's our
saying.
time?
They don't know who I am, Coach
Oh, wait, we're
Sharon.
good. We're good into our conversation. Okay, so listen. So we're talking about flexibility, mobility, and aging. And those things are very essential in terms of you being able to just sit up and drive. Just sit up. This is what we tend to do. So, right. So we start off in the morning like this, right? Then we end up here, we end up here, we end up here, we end up here. And so if you were to look at yourself from the side, and you're like, where did I get that hump back? When did I get that hump back? Because we weren't paying
You
attention.
get that extra. You get a lot of muscle mass back here because your head adds 30 pounds to your spine
Mhm.
as you're looking down. And that's even for the kids nowadays that are looking down at iPads.
The screens, yeah.
So like you doing school online most of the time. So as we're aging, we are getting more into that than ever before, and now it's adding more pressure. So if you ever get a pain, like right there in the middle of your back, that's where that comes from. Adding that extra 30 or 40 pounds, however big a head is, to your
How
spine.
big your head is, I'm just saying. Yeah, that's true. And then also in driving. So this once again, we are in the US, so I'm not really sure America, because I don't really like it because we ain't that united. But anyway, we're in America.
Wow.
But if
I like that.
we're not.
I like that. It's facts.
We're in America.
We divided by gender. We divided by religion.
So I'm
we
gonna call
divided
it
by
America.
color. America.
Call America. Yeah. So here in America, like we have these, what some places are more than others in terms of traffic. The traffic is like horrible in terms of you getting to your destination. But this is just what we do. I'm speaking about Americans, the average American. We get in the car and we know it's gonna take us an hour and a half or an hour, but we still be tensed up. Like we still be mad. Like we get in the car and we going like, I can't stand being, but you were just doing this yesterday. And you just did the day before, right? You know, that's the that's where the mental health comes in, right? I mean, I'm saying us, I'm saying we, so I'm including that number. I'm not, excluding myself. But we do that not realizing that you knew when you got in your vehicle that it was going to take this amount of time, but it's just that, and then people get out there and then we want to tell them how they drive and all that, and they cannot hear you. I'm just saying that.
And
That's
then
the
let's
other
talk
part
about
too.
the car seats too. The seats are made for you to sit like this.
Yes.
Like I find myself like that all the time. It's like I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to push the seat back, but the seat is right there. So
Yes.
it's like, it's something about the structure
Mhm.
of the cars, and then it's also how we sleep. We sleep back in that position again,
Mhm.
just like that. And
Mhm.
then now your neck is being forced the opposite way because your pillow is so big. Everybody wants a big, comfy pillow. But your neck is like this while you sleep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so what do you do? You know, what do you do with that?
Have
Yeah.
y'all ever heard about sleeping on the floor?
Sleeping on your back.
Lived it.
I've heard of like the bamboo mats that you can put on the floor. Is that what you're talking about? Or just
Now,
plain on
laying
sleeping on the floor?
because when you land on the bed, it's like your muscles is holding you up. Your bones is not being supported. So when you land on the floor,
Yeah, 'cause you're not
your
sinking
bones
into
are
the
being
bed.
like your bones is being supported now.
Mm-hmm.
So like say you lay on the floor, you probably have less ailments in your body because your body was able to relax fully. And that's why we be stuck in the bed sometimes too, just because it feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not natural per se.
Exactly. Okay, so look, y'all sleep on the floor. Try to, and I like camping. You said not? I like, yes, ma'am.
I wanted to go back to the shoe thing.
Okay.
And not shoes per se, not any particular brand of shoes. But I had a physical therapist because I was having some back issues. I have scoliosis as well. But the physical therapist told me to walk around my house without shoes
Mhm.
to allow my body to go back to its natural position.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, but it's dust and dirt and stuff on the floor. I don't want my feet to touch the floor.
Well, that also goes along with the
Going
grounding
outside.
too. So I'll say something. Yeah, I'll say something about that too. So with the shoes. So if you all didn't hear what she said that a physical therapist was telling her about walking around the house barefoot to put her body back in alignment. One, that is a good thing. And when we think about babies, I'm a 60s baby. So y'all know what the parents was doing with them little hard shoes. Let one of them babies kick you with that shoe. I'm just
Maybe.
the babies kick. But anyway, but those were not the right shoes. Well, not the best. They were the right because that's what we thought. They weren't the best shoes for us to learn how to walk. And if you think about, I mean, I know a lot of boys. This is with a lot of boys. I don't know about, with a lot of girls, but I know with a lot of boys. One, boys just be so active. But them boys be gone without the shoes. I'm just saying. Them little boys get up and go without them shoes, and the mom like, get over here, put your shoes on. He like, no, I'm cool, mom. I'm cool, mom. Right, but if you think about that, think about once again babies and how babies' bodies develop into what they should be developing in, but we stop it. As the adults and as the parents around them, we stop it. Stand up, sit down, don't do this, don't do this. But I'm just saying, like, as far as I know, I'm a boy mom too, but them boys they be on it. Them boys be on it because they gonna run, they gonna flip, they gonna jump, they gonna karate chop, they gonna kick, they gonna throw, like they do all kinds of stuff. And what you say?
I said, you talking about Savannah.
I said I'm a boy mom. I'm just saying. Boys do extra stuff. Yeah, and then so with the grounding, we're talking about the grounding. If you don't know, as beings, we are connected to the earth. This is not about pulling anybody out and casting spells, and we're not doing no medical. Like, that's what you're thinking. It's facts. But I'm saying, but
It's science. So
It's
the
science.
sun is electric, the earth is
Yes.
magnetic, and we are electromagnetic beings.
Correct.
We are conductor of the earth.
Correct.
And it's because of how strong our melanin is.
Mm-hmm.
Because melanin is the earth. The earth
Yes.
is melanin, and we just representations of that in human form.
Correct.
And
So
we all
we
have to.
need to stay connected though. And so what we do, like you were mentioning, what we do, we put the shoes on. So all these things are barriers against us, like really communicating with earth. So you want to call it the universe, you want to call it Mother Earth, you want to call it Jesus, you want to call it God, but you still need to have some form of your being that you're able to tap into other than like a literal tap into. Like you want to be able to tap into another dimension of who you are so that you can understand that you ain't down here doing all this by yourself. I don't care what you say. Like you said, it's scientific and you can test it out. Like whatever you name it, that's on you. I'm not giving you a name for it. I ain't trying to jump into nobody's religion. I don't do that because if your God, the God, a God has told you to do something, that ain't my business. I'm not gonna get into that. Whether I believe it, or not. If you believe it, you good. Just don't harm people, right? If you out there and you're not harming people, I'm good with you. Like you going on about your way. But we do need to be connected. If you think about before time, the concept of time, we operated on what the sun and what the moon was doing.
Mhm.
This time, can I get into the time stuff? Anyway, these clocks and these calendars, because Ethiopia the only ones that got it
Gregorian
right.
calendar is what we on.
But I'm saying, but Ethiopia are the ones that got it right.
They
It's
got the
20.
13 months.
It's 2017 now because their new year was September 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so it's 2017 in Ethiopia right now. So Ethiopia did not adapt this Gregorian calendar that we own because they didn't get colonized. I'm just saying, I don't want to go take y'all that far because then
It's
y'all gonna
just
say I'm
facts.
Yeah,
getting.
because
Yeah, it is
it's 13
facts.
lunar cycles.
It's 13 lunar
So
cycles, so we technically
it's
should have
one per
13
month.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should have
And that
13
can
months.
that show on the turtle. Turtles have 13.
The-
Count
yeah.
it,
Uh-huh.
13.
Uh-huh,
All
uh-huh.
that nature type.
They gonna say we going too far. We not going too far.
We're gonna go too far one more time.
Okay,
And
go
it
ahead.
was 2012 when it was 2020, aka COVID.
Uh-huh.
When it was Ethiopia was 2012
Uh-huh.
when we had COVID. You remember they said the world was supposed to end 2012. Then our world changed forever.
It changed, it did. That was a shock.
Ethiopia,
It
'cause
did.
2020 over here.
Uh-huh.
And that's just going to show like they gave us pre-warnings on what they was gonna do. It's just they got it just mixed up how it's played out. And a lot of mystical stuff, they make it seem so like Harry Potter when it's really simple. Like
It
going
is.
outside and putting your feet in the grass, that's magical.
It's
gonna feel
very
it in your
magical.
body.
Yeah, you will. You definitely will feel it in your body. So, I mean, if you don't believe us, then you just go out there and try it. But don't go out there with a closed mind, like, let me see if this works. Let me
You
see
can
if
do
this-
it in your house. You can walk around on the carpet and see.
That's
the
what the
difference
physical therapist
of-
told her that. Yeah.
But not even. I'm saying the electromagnetic aspect.
Oh, like when you shot somebody?
Yeah.
Like if you walk on, how
It's
you
the
do
same
that?
thing.
Uh-huh. Y'all remember that when you used to walk on the carpet and you go touch somebody to shot
Even
y'all?
with the balloons.
Yeah.
Or
But
balloons, yep, you brought the balloons and
But
stick
let's
them
go
on
back to what we brought that from, just the shoes. A lot of that goes into your knee pains, your
Mhm.
ankle stability. You're not able to have a stability.
A stanky leg.
You're not able to have a stable ankle. Then you can't have a stable knee or a hip or a spine. So the rest of your body is gonna be thrown off. So the stability of your ankle determines everything for you. So you got people that walk with their feet out. You got people that, high arch. You just have to cater to your body and see that it needs certain things. Another thing that I noticed in a lot of people is that you either have a excessively tight calf, which will put pressure on the back of your knee, and then it'll hyperextend the ankle. So you got the drop ankle, basically. So when you walk, you kind of drop your ankle. And that's why some people, it's so easy for them to sprain their ankle because they don't have enough strength in your shin muscle. So you got a muscle called the tibialis anterior, right at the front of your shin. And then when you lift your toes up, that's activating that muscle. So when you're walking, you're putting pressure on your shins. So if you're walking incorrectly and you're dragging your ankle, you're damaging your whole entire skeleton. So it's the structural aspect before moving. That's what they teach in personal training, is having a structure before you try to move. So,
And then also along with the shoes, get the right shoe.
yeah, they can't be too soft either. So you can have
Right.
too hard shoes, you can have shoes that's too soft. So I got some I can't shout out the brands, but you got kids walking around with shoes that are too soft now too, and they're not able to really get the structure that they need. So barefoot is the best that you can be at a young age.
And then when you get into that aspect, if you decided you want to go out and you want to reconnect with the earth, because I actually said I'm going to put this on, my schedule to incorporate it, because I'm with you. With all of the stuff on the ground, that's just, whew. I took an international trip. I don't have to tell you where I went, but anyway, but a lot of it involved you taking your shoes off before you enter spaces. Now, I take my shoes off when I get home. I don't want people walking around. That's something different. But for me to be barefoot what the other people's feet are, it becomes psychological at that point. For
Yes.
me. Like, okay, let me tell you a funny story. You know how you go through the airport and you got to stand on them things? This is why I got global entry now. See, right? I was going through them, and you know the little metal plates you got to stand on? I was on the side of my feet. The lady was like, ma'am, could you please put your feet flat? And I'm like, and so my legs are bowed out. I couldn't hold, right. She was like, ma'am, could you please put your feet down? I was like, she said, ma'am, you have to be scanned. Could you please? I was like, she said, so she got me out of the machine and pat me down. Oh, I could do this? So I was like, pat me down. I mean, but I was on the side because I just couldn't do it. But after that, I got TSA. Now I got global entry. I'm just saying, I'm just saying. But depending on where you go, sometimes you're not able to use that. But for me, it's totally psychological, and I will shut down. My mind will be totally closed because I'm thinking, I don't know where your feet have been. And I'm so distracted by all the number of feet who have gone through there that my bare feet, yeah, I can do the socks, I can do the footies, but yeah, not my bare feet. So I said I would start in my backyard, right? Because
another layer to that is the fact that grounding takes away inflammation from the body.
Yes,
That's the
yeah.
main.
And I want to incorporate it because I am, getting older, so I do want to incorporate it, but I had to figure out how can I do this safely because I know that it's beneficial. So, I mean, other than the little critters that's out there, I can't do nothing about that because we invaded their space. So, the little critters that's out there, I'll just come when they decide to go in for the day. And I'm just saying, I can't stop them. They live out there. I'm not going to be cruel, be trying to be out there and unalive and all of them. I'm not, that's just where they live. So, I will, incorporate that. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to incorporating. All right, audience, we got something else? No, audience, I wish y'all could see them. Okay, so give me a rose from the past week and a thorn for you from the past week. So rose something good, thorn something that just like, yeah.
Just in general?
Yeah, just in general.
Okay.
Yep, from the past week.
Okay, now let me think. This generation, we don't have attention span, so we don't got memory either.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
I gotta break down life day by day. I think
Okay.
rose.
So from yesterday or today, that's fine.
Yesterday, Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
What's
so
Saturday?
yeah. Okay, yeah. So yesterday, I'm a Jessie White Tumblr. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, we did a show in Wisconsin yesterday for a lot of the kids. So I guess I'm gonna start with the thorn because it was both in that same event. Thorn, in the midst of me trying something new. So I knocked somebody off of things.
Oh wow. Are they okay?
Yeah, she's okay.
Okay.
That happened all the time.
Especially for her.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so full circle moment.
Okay.
It happens to me, so it happens to her that time.
Okay.
But the rose was just seeing all the kids' faces, they smiling, they especially when it's melanated kids, and they see, oh, we not just basketball players and rappers, and we can see them doing something different. That's always a good experience. Yeah, that was both really.
Good stuff. So same thing in kind of the same pocket. Rose and thorn. So I don't know about anybody else out there, but I'm the butcher, baker, candlestick maker in my business. I'm just saying. So I'm responsible for doing all of the social media stuff and all that. So I have challenges, serious challenges with the editing and trying to come up with new concepts to add to my videos and all of that. So that's the thorn part. But the rose was I was canceling some subscriptions, and I decided to go and cancel another subscription because we're trying not to shout out nobody because they ain't giving us no money. They ain't sponsoring this anyway. But anyway, I went in to go and cancel out a subscription, and they asked me did I want to see some suggestions. I was like, what's this? So I clicked on that. The people's done went in my phone.
Wow.
And I gave them permission. Oh yeah, you know what I mean when I open it because I'm on.
It still be wild though.
It's an account. No, I'm saying it's an account, and I just haven't been on there in a while. So when you open up your account and they go in and they can see your camera. I gave them permission, to get the stuff. But here's the roles. The people that created me some reels, so y'all gonna see them.
They crazy.
Y'all gonna see them.
They say you're not gonna delete me.
Listen. Exactly. So I'm keeping them. I said, look at Jesus. Like, listen. They done pulled some pictures. It was some stuff that I necessarily didn't want, but then when I saw that, I was like, you could come look at the rest of these pictures. Come on in. But baby, they gave me transitions, they gave me music, they gave me themes. I didn't have to do all that. And I've been over there on that other app, that rhymes with app, and up. Y'all know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I've been on that other one trying to figure out, well, do I want to use this template? I'm staying with my people over there. So that was my role. And it may seem insignificant, it may seem small, but I know some other Gen X content creator, business owner out there that's feeling me. I know I got you, we there, but I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what app it was for you to get on to that app. Okay, so now the horizon. What's on the horizon for Safi Holistic Care?
So, okay, on the horizon. I'm in school right now. I'm finishing my bachelor's in recreational care. So I'll be done with that summer 2025. I'm moving on to post-secondary, to be continued. However, I decide to go. For Safi Holisticare, like I said, I do have a clothing brand, so I have some jogging sets coming out in the next 3 weeks. So that's something to look forward to. If you're not following my Instagram is Safi Holisticare. SAFIHOL, and it should pop up after that. If not, HOLISTICKCARE. Ooh. Safi
Say it from the
Holisticare.
beginning.
There we go.
I'll put it in y'all already know.
We're not gonna worry about all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, new sets coming out. Also in the process of securing a new location in Highland Park. So for my far north siders, there we are. And yeah, that's pretty much where we are right now.
Okay, and I'll drop all of her information in our show notes, so make sure that you, if you're not following her, that you follow her, that you support her, because what we doing now, we're going to follow the rules, right? We supporting black. We supporting black owned. Yeah. Y'all with me? Yeah. So on the horizon for, Alpha to Omega Holistic Therapeutic Services LLC is going to remain my parent company, but on the horizon for me, for Coach Robin, as a wellness practitioner, we are moving full steam ahead with our Melanin Matters movement, and we're going global with this thing, baby. We started in America, but we're going to be tapping down on some international spots. And so, if you're trying to be down, you want to be involved in our community. How you get involved in our community is you come to our events, right? That's positive. But part of the reason why we want you to come to our events, well, you're going to benefit from it. You're definitely going to benefit from it. But the other part is you get a chance to feel the vibe of what we do. It's not that we're just coming in and we're only doing Pilates and then we leave. This is a holistic, like Shadiya said, this is a holistic lifestyle that we are encouraging people to embrace. We want you to take this and take it a little further. Now, me specifically as a Pilates teacher, the work that I'm helping you to do or that I'm guiding you, I identify as a Pilates teacher like on paper and legally, but personally, I identify as a guide, a mindful movement guide. There are things that I will suggest or recommend, and then what would your body say?
Maybe not.
Maybe not, right? Your body may say maybe not. So my preference is to identify as a mindful movement. You can lay down as a mindful movement guide. But if I put it down, people are like, what is that? Pilates teacher. So I'm a Pilates teacher. But what I want you to do is to take the work that we do on the mat and incorporate it into your everyday life. Just like Shadiya was saying, in your driving, in your walking, in your running, and whatever it is that you're doing, you're gonna do the work on the mat. But then you'll get into some situations where you're like, hold up. That's a rotation. I did that full rotation because I was able to take my belly button and look at the wall on the side, or the little spicy thing we just did. Yeah, we did like a combo move, and they ain't really like it that much, but they're gonna go back home and practice it. They're gonna, maybe. Yeah. Y'all hear them?
Not doing
they tripping. They're not doing. They're gonna do it. Watch. They're gonna do it. And they Coach Rodney, guess what happened? Yeah. But that's what we want you to do. We want you to be able to have useful strategies to do life better. That's the point of this all, right? We can do this, and for us that are in the wellness industry or the wellness field, these are things that we are passionate about, but we're also passionate about sharing it with you. We don't want to keep it to ourselves.
We're not gatekeeping.
But we ain't doing it for free neither. Let's get that straight. No, we'll do some free stuff because it's some stuff that we want you to do. But for some people, I don't know like what your thing is, but I don't know why people think we still supposed to do it for $10. I'm not looking at that.
One, it's 2024, it's gonna be 2025. Inflation is constantly rising, but like I said, we're using our bodies to assist you. And me personally, I'm using my body to help you get to where you need to go. And I'm not in the business of making you a lifelong client. I want to get people to a place where you are aware of your body.
That
You
part.
know what type of stretches you need, for one, and then two, you get to a place where you know what it feels like to stretch correctly. So, yeah, I'm kind of a transitional.
I like it.
She said, can she get a stretch today? Can we get a stretch today?
Yeah, so our studio audience wants to get some stretches. So we about to sign off. Do you all have anything else?
We
No,
love y'all.
Oh, they trying to get the stretch. They trying to get the stretch. But on that note, y'all, I'm going to put all of Shadiya's information down in the show notes. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, put that down in the comment section. We will answer those things. And if you found value in the conversation that we had here today, we want you to like, we want you to comment, and we want you to share it with your people because they need to hear this, right? We need to hear this, especially in the melanated community. Yes?
Yeah.
All right, on that note, y'all, we out.
Woo!
Yeah.